Good day, grade 11 students. Welcome to this video in reading and writing. I am Surad Vanil. I will be your guide throughout this lesson. Today, we will be discussing about identifying and analyzing claims. At the end of this video, you are expected to identify claims explicitly or implicitly made in a written text, which are the claim of fact, claim of policy, and claim of value. I bet you would agree with me that whenever you read something, you find yourself looking for writer's point or position regarding the chosen topic. And that point is also known as claim, or the central argument or thesis statement of the text. This claim is what the writer is trying to prove in the text by providing details, explanation, and other types of evidences. As such, claim is usually found in the introduction or in the first few paragraphs of the text. You should always remember that the claim is the most important part of the text. The quality or complexity of the reading depend on the claim, because the claim defines the paper's direction and the scope. Claim is a sentence that summarizes the most important thing that the writer wants to say as a result of his or her thinking, reading, or writing. And here are some characteristics of a good claim. Number 1, a claim should be argumentative and debatable. When a writer makes a claim, he or she is making a case for a particular perspective on the topic, where you as a writer should expect your readers to raise objections to your claim. And of course, they can only raise objections if the claim is something that can be reasonably challenged. Another is, a claim should be specific and focused. If the claim is unfocused, the paper will be too broad in scope and will lack direction and a clear connection with the support provided. It may also lead to overgeneralization or unclear statement. And a claim should be interesting and engaging. It should hook the reader who may or may not agree with you, to encourage them to consider your perspective and learn something new from you. And lastly, a claim should be logical. It should result from reasonable weighing of support provided. And as a guide, here are some questions you need to remember to help you easily determine the writer's claim. First of that is, what is the author's point? Or what is the author's position regarding it? Now that you know the characteristic of a good claim, let me introduce you the different types of claim that a writer can make, and you can usually determine them by examining the type of questions they answer about the text. First is the claim of fact. This type of claim states a quantifiable assertion or a measurable topic. They assert that something has existed, exists, or will exist based on data, be it scientific, historical, or statistical data. Thus, this type of claim rely on reliable sources or systematic procedure to be validated. When determining whether something is a claim of fact, the following questions are very useful. Number one, is this issue related to a possible cause or effect? Another, is this statement true or false? How can its truthfulness be verified? Or is this claim controversial or debatable? Let's try this example. The oldest known disease in the world is leprosy. Is this claim debatable? Yes. So that makes this claim a good one. Now, do you think this claim is quantifiable? You're right. This claim is quantifiable by historical data because historians believe that the disease leprosy had existed during Christ's era. Therefore, since the claim is justifiable by historical data, this is a claim of fact. Next, we have claim of value. Claims of value assert that something can be qualified. They consist of arguments about moral, philosophical, or aesthetic topics. This type of claims try to prove that some values are more important or less desirable compared to others. And this claims makes judgments based on certain standards on whether something is wrong or right, good or bad. Also, claim of value attempts to explain how problems, situations, or issues ought to be valued. To discover this explanation, should be asked the following questions. First, which claim endorses what is good or right? What qualities should be considered good and why? Which of these values oppose with others? Which ones are more important and why? Whose standards are used? And what are some concrete examples of such values? Now let's have this example. Buying a house is a lot better than building it. Do you think this claim is argumentative? Definitely. So this claim is a good one. What qualities is being considered good in this claim? You're right again. This claim tries to impart to a reader that buying a house is far better than building it. It must have been a philosophy of the writer that building a house is not ideal by this time. Finally, we have claim of policy. Claim of policy suggests that specific actions should be chosen as solution to a particular problem. You can easily identify claim of policy because they begin with should, ought to, or must. Since claim of policy defend actionable plans, they usually answer how questions. The following questions will be useful in evaluating a claim of policy. First, does the claim suggest a specific remedy to solve a problem? Is the policy clearly defined? Is the need for the policy established? Or is the policy the best one available? From whom? According to whose standard? How does the policy solve the problem? So those were the questions that will help you and guide you to identify a claim of policy. Now, let's take this example. Local malls should not open during the general community quarantine. Is there a policy suggested in the claim? Brilliant! The policy stated in the claim is the closure of local malls during community quarantines. Alright students, You have just heard a lot from the lecture. Now, let's try to foster your understanding by this activity. Let's try to identify what type of claim is the statement I will be posting. Are you ready? Good. Let's try number 1. It is better to be feared than loved. What type of claim is this statement? Amazing! It's a claim of value. Thumbs up. Let's try number 2. The government should legalize medicinal marijuana. What type of claim is this? Good job again. That's a claim of policy. Moving on to number 3. Smoking can lead to respiratory infection. What type of claim is this? You're getting better. That's claim of fact. There you have it, class. It seems that you have learned something new from this lesson. Thank you for watching. I hope that what you have learned today will not end just here. Join me again in my next video lesson, and we will discover more about the earnest world of reading and writing. Always remember this, according to Aristotle, the root of education is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Once again, good day and God bless you. I am Sir Rod Manil. See you on my next learning video.